Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. Just wanted to quickly go over a couple articles I found very interesting here. I wanted to start it off with this one from Cointelegraph.com, where we can actually see that we have a U.S. congressman announces plans for federal cryptocurrency and ICO regulations here. I believe it is U.S. Representative Warren Davidson who has announced plans to introduce legislation that would clearly regulate cryptocurrencies and ICOs. And of course, according to the article, it states that Davidson announced his intentions to introduce new legislation at the Blockchain Solutions Conference. This bill would create an asset class for cryptocurrencies and digital assets, which would prevent them from being classified as securities, but would also allow federal government to regulate ICOs more effectively. So we have U.S. Representative Warren Davidson going to be attending the Blockchain Solutions Conference and offering up this idea of a bill again that would allow for basically cryptocurrencies to be in their own category of a new asset class and would be prevented from being classified as securities. This is very important, especially for cryptocurrency such as XRP, because if this were to go through, really XRP would be able to jump into first place with no problem. And I would imagine at the same time we would be able to see all of the companies that have some sort of involvement with Ripple, RippleNet, or even XRP alone coming out of the woodwork basically, and that's where I think everything would essentially take off for cryptocurrencies altogether, but XRP would absolutely soar. So I really hope that we hear more in regards to this. I apologize for not going too in-depth about this. I just found it very fascinating that we do have a representative from the US actually providing this particular bill that he wants to actually introduce to the Blockchain Solutions Conference. Hopefully it does get some people backing that, and in a very positive manner as well. And again, if we see something very positive from this here, then we could essentially look at this as good news for the upcoming future for XRP. Going into XRP, here we have an article that talks about XRP to be adopted by Mollie, a leading e-commerce platform in Europe. Now, this is very interesting that I'm bringing this up, and that this is actually something we're seeing circulating now, because I just went over the topic of Ripple involving themselves with Europe. Of course, they've banded together with a couple different companies, one of them primarily being NEM, to create the blockchain for Europe. So again, very fascinating that we have a leading e-commerce platform in Europe adopting XRP. So definitely something to look into when it comes to, again, the idea that Europe is opening themselves up very much so, not just to cryptocurrency, but very importantly to XRP. My guess is that we're going to start hearing more talk of different types of platforms from the European area coming out, talking about their involvement with cryptocurrencies, but more importantly with XRP. And of course, I wanted to end it on this article here. And this is coming from CoinGeek.com, where we see that US-based payment processor expands into crypto. So here in the article it says, a payment processor with a significant footprint in the US has joined forces with tech company Vaultbank to bring crypto payments to retail customers. SpotOn, which provides a payment processing solution to more than 100,000 merchants in the country, will soon include crypto payment transactions to its platform, allowing retailers to accept a number of digital cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum, and also Stellar. So it looks like we have a payment processor called SpotOn in the United States that's really going to allow for up to 100,000 different types of merchants out there the accessibility to have cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. So this right here is very big, especially for XRP, but of course you can see that we have Bitcoin, again, Ethereum, and Stellar going to be available options to choose from. So I think that we're starting to see where all of this is going with cryptocurrencies. Really, if companies were that afraid about what's going to happen as far as regulations are concerned, my guess is that they would not be so active in getting themselves involved with the cryptocurrency side of things, and also having a strong focus in the blockchain tech side of things. So very interesting news here. I just wanted to relay this to everybody.